Hey, Team FCA, I hope and pray this message finds you doing well and being brave in these unprecedented times. The last time I remember something of this magnitude where the rest of the world stopped, at least momentarily, was during and directly following the attacks on September the 11th, 2001. Now, some of you older students, many of you would still have been far too young to understand the implications of that day until a much later time, and some of you younger students, well, you might have been newborns or perhaps not even born yet. Either way, it was an extremely difficult time in our country's history, and today is very similar. However, there are a few things that make this event in our history at least seem so much larger than anything before. Our world, number one, is halted for a few weeks, not merely a few days. And with every new report comes another new indication that life as we've known it will not return to normal anytime soon. In fact, the latest reports as of this recording indicate that this new normal could last anywhere from 8 weeks to perhaps into the summer. Yet many of us are wondering, when will we see the end of this alternate reality? We're unsure, and that fact alone makes us uneasy. Secondly, every institution and organization is being impacted. What does that mean? There's never been a time in my life, nor my parents or my grandparents for that matter, where absolutely everything has seemingly shut down. The closest occurrence would have most likely been during the Spanish flu of 1918. I wasn't alive, over a century ago, when the world was a much different place. Our travel was extremely limited as a global society. We are seeing everything around us being impacted today. Schools, churches, restaurants, concerts, professional and youth league sports, everything. Third, quarantining is lonely. Let's face it, being together makes us better. Even during the events following 9/11, I remember having the privilege to gather in one of the largest church buildings in Charlotte to spend time together with other people. We prayed for our nation, for healing and support during the confusion. But due to the nature of how this virus spreads, we can't do that now. We're being told that we should distance ourselves socially and not assemble in large or small groups in order to prevent the spread further. And at a time when many of us would turn to be with our churches and our faith families, that's no longer an option. Fourth and finally, the impact of this virus is not just a national issue, but a global issue. Now, we're all receiving updates about new cases being reported around the world. In fact, there's been an entire website created for the purpose of tracking all of the data involved with active cases, including the number of deaths as well as the number of those recovered. And although the virus may only last for weeks, the impact of this invisible enemy will linger with our world for months to come, as nation relies on nation to recover both socially and economically. So what's our response as just a believer in Christ? Well, let me encourage you that during this crazy time, when it seems like nothing is the same, that Jesus Christ is the same, yesterday, today, and forever. The Lord has not left you. He is with you, and He will never forsake you. Here are a couple of quick thoughts and encouragement I'd like to share with you regarding our response during this crazy time in life. Number one, your hope is in Christ. Act in such a way that the world sees that your hope is in something greater than this world. Don't get caught up in all the drama and sensationalism going on around you. A quick glance at any media is enough to drive most people into panic. Don't believe me? Just check the toilet paper aisles. Paul reminds us of these words in 2 Corinthians 4:16 through 18. So we do not lose heart. Though our outer self is wasting away, our inner self is being renewed day by day. For this light, momentary affliction is preparing us for an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison, as we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Second, live every day like it could be your last. Last week, we watched in amazement as every event in our sporting world shut down or canceled due to this coronavirus pandemic. Now, that meant that every college athlete, just like some of you, had to say goodbye to the sport that has occupied almost every waking moment of your collegiate experience. The training, the endurance, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the exuberant victories, and the heartbreaking defeats. In an instant, it was all taken away. Now, this should serve as a reminder to each of us that we do not know what the future holds. The wisdom writer in Proverbs 27:1 reminds us that do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. Now, Paul tells us in his letter to the church, Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men. May I challenge each of you during this time that we should live each day as if it could be our last. Now, we do this not because we live out of fear, but quite the opposite, because we live a life dedicated to the Lord. Quite frankly, we have no idea what tomorrow may hold. We've seen this play out over the last week as new information about this virus was seemingly rolling out every 90 minutes. Things are fluid and we have to be ready to make adjustments. So, what's FCA Wingate's response? What will we do together? Well, FCA Wingate is not stopping our support for students, coaches, and athletes during this time. Although we can't exactly meet together in person, we are looking to provide you some resources while we're apart. Now, starting this Friday, we're inviting everyone who is interested to join along with us on a 30-day Bible devotional. You'll find the link to the YouVersion app below where you can sign up to be a part as we all read God's Word together. You'll be able to answer questions and comment where our entire community group will be able to see how the Lord is moving in your life. Also in the works, we are exploring the option of hosting a virtual FCA Wingate Huddle. Now, more details on that to come, so be watching our social media feeds. However, we are looking to bring you a live stream worship experience that will include worship music and some testimonies from some of your fellow Bulldogs, both past and present. In the meantime, I know how much you love music, and you might be looking for that certain playlist to get you through some of these tough times. I've personally enjoyed worshiping the Lord with Hillsong Young and Free Essentials playlist. That's brought peace to my heart for sure. And my favorite song at the moment is Every Little Thing featuring Andy Mineo. I know you'll love it. I've posted the link below. Please know that my family and I love each and every one of you very much, and we can't wait till the Lord brings us back together again, hopefully very, very soon. But until then, remember these things. Pray, read God's Word, and live today like it could be your last. Reporting from Wingate University, one dog for Christ. God bless. See you soon.